Welcome back, guys. If you've come from the tour, if you haven't, there is one available on the channel page. Single, yummy, 200 horsepower. This is the 4-stroke. We've got a decent amount of wind, outgoing tide, some decent waves. So we're going to be testing this boat. You're coming along for the ride. This boat's more than a workhorse. It's a real pleasure machine. Yeehaw! All right, I hope you can hear me. There is a little bit of wind today. I've got my wind thingamajiggy here. We're going to test the speed, fuel flow and performance, and then after that we're going to run it out through a few waves. There is now a fast outgoing tide against some incoming swells. A couple little stand-up waves, bounce through. I even managed to get the prop out, which is good fun. But right now running the 200 horsepower Yummy 4-stroke, and she's got the hydraulic steering, or the power assisted steering, I believe. Yummy throttle here. Let's get her up and going. Going into the wind, so I'm just going to talk about cruising, fuel flow, and I'll do full speed downwind because the drone can keep up downwind at 3,400 revs. I've got a 21 litre per hour and 22 knots, or 22 and a half, into about 18 to 20 knots of wind, and we have a good decent amount of wind chop, and she loves it. I could just speed that up a little bit, 3,700 revs. We've got 24 degrees of dead rise on this aluminium hull and 27 knots. Very happy, very happy. So I've got a dredge and some traffic to cater for. I'm going to slow down and turn around and give it full speed downwind. Trimming down on the motor. Clear, clear. Okay, accelerating, trimming up, locking my body into place, 34 knots, 5,500 revs, got a couple of waves there, 5,600 revs, fuel flow at 77 litres per hour, 39, feels good, directional stability is controllable, no wobbles, 41 knots, 6,000 revs, give it a bit more of a trim, no wobbles. This thing feels really solid actually, 41.1 knots into the outgoing tide. Surprisingly good. No wobbles. Really, really nice. Fantastic. You know, a lot of these lighter boats, you just give it some, and at the top speeds, they start to get a little bit wobbly. This thing felt rock solid. Let's do it again. Okay, into the chop, just doing sensible cruising. We'll look at that fuel flow again. I'm just playing with my engine trim. You can see my hand position is mostly, I've got most of my fingers on the throttle base, and I'm controlling the throttle with my index finger and my thumb. It's a very comfortable position to have full control. You might also notice these seat backs have got some sideways protection from my bum, so I can plant my feet on the floor or put one foot forward on this rest and really have good control of my body. So if I want to bounce through some waves, I'm not going to bounce away, which would be awkward. So let's, we've got a boat closing. He's going to give me some waves, so I'll just give it one little blast here. Yeehaw! Okay, my hat's staying on. I'm going into a lot of wind, so this windscreen's working, and I'm seeing 38, a lot of chop here, a lot of chop. 40 knots, 40 knots. That's amount of runway there. I'm going to have to slow down. Let's cruise through, clear, clear. Going through a couple of boat waves here. Let's just see if we can jump them. That was heaps of fun. Okay, I got shallow water over here, so don't want to go into that. The tide's going down since when we were flying the drone. But I'm going to just play around with some fast and sweeping turns in the safe water. As you can see, we've got waves now compared to the drone shoot, so these cameras might look a little bit different as to what you're seeing on the drone, but that's all part of the fun. Just doing a nice controllable speed through, you know, properly mixed up water, which is lovely. We've got some waves. This is called Wave Break Island, so we are breaking waves onto the island. They're coming from the starboard beam, and I'm just feeling like I'm in control. Let's just put the boat through a sweeping turn. I'm just doing that at 25 knots, 4,100 revs. Come into the shallow water. I'm just going to skirt the shallows without going too shallow, because it will get a little bit dodgy if I go in any more than that. Beautiful, controllable. I do enjoy the amount of V on this hull. Let's just do a slightly faster turn this time. Oh yeah! She goes. This thing's solid. You know, this seat design's great for really locking yourself in. Fantastic. I'm watching my fuel flow hovering from 35 to 40 litres consumption there with this motor. Clear, clear, clear. Got waves here. This is not flat water. Lovely. 28 knots. So I just think this is a really useful boat for many, many people. Let's go bounce through some of those bigger waves now. I think that's important to show you. So we've got a fast going outgoing tide now, guys. So I'm just going to consciously drive this boat, show you how she performs through a few waves. We do have multiple surfers crossing the bar here to go and surf at a nice little spot over there, so to be conscious of them. Got a bit of wind too, so nice little variation of conditions for us to feel out. Short little stand-up waves now. I'm standing up so I can bend my legs, cushion the landing if necessary. And I'm just going to get into a couple of these little ones here, because it is much faster running tide now compared to what it was before. So we're going to get good little demonstration in some short and nasty ones for you there. Now I've got to look out for the surfer. Be really, really, really careful. Where is he? Okay, I see him. Couple little sprays here and there over the side, which I would expect. These hulls just feel great. 24 degrees of dead rise on this one, and that aluminium hull, you'd feel the rigidity. I like that word today. All right, gonna cut it around for one more pass. Okay, I've got a surfer there. I'm gonna go in front of him, just letting him know that I'm going in front. Standing. Woohoo! This is fun. Feel the strength of that hull. Oh, yeah. Oh, props out. Nice. Okay, now let's just go back in, because girls, that's not how you should tell your husband or your boyfriend to drive. Otherwise, you won't go boating again. Watching for the surfer. We've got one surfer there, one there. I'm going for the middle. Okay, I'm going to pass this guy so I don't freak him out. Then I'm going to go back to the right-hand side of the channel. What a great thing this. Obviously, you must wear your safety strap if you're going to come out in conditions like this. I know you see me not wearing them on some boats, but I'm always very conscious of what I'm driving and what the conditions are and the style of the boat. If it's a low-sided boat like a rib like this, where you can fall away from the helm, you absolutely should wear it if you're going to go and do stuff like that. Don't be a silly bugger, because then you can get yourself into some mischief. If you're in a cabin boat where you're wrapped in glass or something like that, well then maybe it's a different story. Just use your brain. All right, let's go find some flat water. So if you heard me saying 24 degrees of dead rise, I was wrong. It's 26 degrees of dead rise, and perhaps that's why I was so much more confident to really rip this thing through some of those waves and the chop. You can see we've got the protection here to come up on the sand, and just look at all of this, because every wave I hit is going to be deflected once, twice, a third time, and then just look up here, a fourth time. So this thing really has some capability for the size of boat, and we noticed that. And you know, if you're intending to drive at a consistently higher speed through an exposed stretch of water, I would suggest this is a really good piece of kit for you. Very easy to manage. Obviously, choose your colors, you can do that, but it's got a lot of capability underneath this hull. So yeah, I like that. Now, we're gonna do a bit of a deep dive. If you are a buyer and you're wanting to find out extra information on this hull, that's going to be over there on the Patreon page, so I can leave a link for that in the description below. But I think this boat's more than a workhorse, it's a real pleasure machine. If you're looking for something that's a little bit cool, obviously you can go for the darker color and get your stealth mode on, but you don't have to. It's quite a fun social boat. If I was in the Mediterranean, I wanted to rip between islands in Greece. If I was in the Whitsundays of Australia, or on Sydney Harbour, or in Fort Lauderdale for that matter, and I wanted to do coastal runs between Fort Lauderdale and Miami, I'd be happy to do all of those trips on this hull from what I just discovered today. So yeah, see you over there in the deep dive. If not, there's another video popping up on your screen right now. Go and do the comparisons. Love you lots. See you in the next one.
A lot of people would suggest fiberglass might be a rough ride, but you've seen yourself today, it's not. With that deep V, yeah, 26 degree dead rise, the boat just slices through the water and then performs so well. So you get the durability, weight saving, with Ali.
Lift points.
Yeah, lifting points. So that's great.